So right now we've got level 1 built, and it doesn't do a whole lot. If I press play, you'll see that it goes to the portal and it says collision, which signifies, yeah, they hit. So go out of play. What I want to do is I want to make a new level, just something really quick and dirty to experiment with this, and then we're going to have the new level load when they collide. So I've already saved as level 1. Now I'm actually going, this is a cheap way to make a new level. I'm going to say save scene as. And I'm going to say level 2. Okay, so now I'm in level 2, you can see right here. And I'm just going to make one little thing different about it so I'll know the difference between the levels. I'm going to create other, and I'll make a cube, and I'll let it sit just right here. You can change it to make it more interesting if you want. Okay, so now we're eventually going to want to have these load. If you want to have to load a level, you need to have each level added to your build settings. So go ahead to build settings in file, and you can just say add current. You can also drag a level from your project and drop it in. And if we were to do a build now on our desktop, level 2 should be the first to load. We want it to be level 1, so you can rearrange them by dragging. Go ahead and close it. I'm going to save this level, and then I'm going to open my level 1. Great. And I'm going to make my load script. So I'm right-click in Project, Create, C#. I'm going to call this load level, enter. Double-click to open it. So it may look like it would be easier to just add this load level code to my portal script, but because we might end up making a more complicated game with lots of portals and lots of characters, I'm going to have it in one main place eventually. So let's start by giving a public string, so it's going to be kind of like a word, new level. And I'm going to write my own function here. We could even delete this stuff here. We don't need it. But below we're just going to write our own function, and we're going to make it public, and that's because we want another script to be able to call this function. And I'm going to make it void because it doesn't return anything. And I'm going to call it load. And you'll see actually, if I were to name it load level, I would get an error in Unity because you can't have a function with the same name of the script it's called. So I'll call it public void load. And I'll say, it's pretty simple, application.load level, new level. Command S, save it. Okay. And I want to show you two different ways to reference another script. So first, let's go to portal, and let's pretend we only are going to have one portal and one character. Go ahead and drag the load level script to portal. And for the load level, we'll put in level 2 because we're on level 1. Enter. And open up portal script again. And we're declaring our variables. We're going to make a new one, public. So when you make a script, it becomes a new type that you can reference. Load level, and we'll call it load script. I can save. One more thing. So instead of this debug.log, I'm going to say load script dot, and the name of our function we wrote was load, and it's already recognized. So that would call the function from the other script. So that sets up the other script as public in the inspector. So I can actually just take this script and drag it into the slot here. I'll press play. And it loads the next level. Great. So out of gameplay, and What I want to change actually is I want to have the load level script on my camera, but then I actually won't be able to drag and drop it. I need to first find the game object it's talking about and then find the script. So I'm going to remove this load level script, remove the load level script. I'm going to add it to my camera. And then click on main camera and put in the same level again, load level 2. So now we need to figure out how to reference the script from Portal, because I believe if I click on Portal, you can't. Well, actually, it shows me right here. I'll be damned. You can do it just like that. It says, oh, you mean the script that's on main camera? But I'll show you anyway. If you needed to reference it, if you needed to find it first, you wouldn't do it in update to find it because we called it reframe. You do it in start before everything else happens. So we're first going to find the game object. We're going to say game object. We're going to call it camera equals game object. Notice they give us 2 here. This is the class. Okay, game object dot find, and here they expect a string, and I'm looking for main space camera. And then you can go ahead and say load script equals, and it's a similar format for when you're trying to get whatever component is attached to an object. Camera dot get component type of load level. So that's how that works, and if we weren't able to drag it over here, and sometimes you can't, the object would find it anyway. So I think this should work now, because we really haven't made any changes. Neat. Okay. And this one should give us an error because we didn't actually fill out that portion. Yeah. Null exception object reference not set to an object. So what you're going to want to do is, once we're out of play mode, open up level 2 and click on your main camera. You're going to want to add the script just like we did for the other load level, and then fill out what level you want to load, and we can say level 1, so it'll loop. And in the next level, we'll work on making a lot of this go faster by making prefabs and stuff like that.